Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Power Vacuum. I'm your host, Belmont, and we have a very interesting development striking Nintendo. This article is from CBR, which used to be comicbookresource.com or resources, whatever. I'm not sure when they changed to just CBR, but it's much better sounding. I don't normally go from articles from them because they used to have shoddy writing, but maybe with their rebranding and reworking, they got some new writers. I don't know. But this article caught my attention, so let's dive into it and see what it says. Nintendo is getting a taste of their own medicine with a Switch 2 lawsuit. Nintendo is notorious for suing others, whether it's for individuals hacking their games or going after other developers for copying their gaming properties. Only recently, and with retroactive bullshit. Now the tables have turned, with Brazil taking legal action over Nintendo's recent announcement that it can brick consoles whenever it wants, except in the EU where they have laws against that. Isn't that weird how it's applied only in certain areas? Recently, reports started to come to light that discussed Nintendo's ability to restrict Nintendo Switch 2 consoles from accessing all online services if they detect any third party mods installed on the console. While this was already quite shocking to some gamers, it was soon discovered that people buying Switch 2s from the secondhand market were receiving these bricked consoles. These bricked consoles would display error code 2124-4408 and wouldn't function at all. Oh man, I didn't even think about the implications this has on the secondhand market. Brazil claims Nintendo is abusing the law by bricking Switch 2s. On June 25th, the Sao Paulo branch of Brazil's Consumer Protection and Defense Program, Procon SP, shared a press release requesting Nintendo to change its end user license agreement. Procon SP initially stated Procon SP notified Nintendo requesting changes to clauses considered abusive in contracts signed with Brazilian customers. The main complaint involves the unilateral and unjustified cancellation of subscriptions to the company's services. Essentially, Procon SP believes that Nintendo is violating the consumer protection rules by canceling subscriptions and denying access to online services, including the eShop. While Nintendo has stated that the bricking of a console is only done if someone uses pirated software, the ability to do this to customers who already paid for the Nintendo Switch 2 and its services is not sitting right with representatives in Brazil. It's not sitting right with anybody who has a fucking brain and who's sensible. That's like, oh, this device that I now own and is physically in my hand and in my home is now useless because you have a problem with what I did with it. That's fucked, Nintendo. You are the bad guy now, like officially. Like there's no, oh, we're this happy-go-lucky company, blah blah blah. I don't care how many pay cuts your CEOs take to keep your employees on. It means nothing when you shit in your customer's mouth. Nintendo has no legal presence in Brazil, so Procon SP had to contact the company's US headquarters to discuss the matter. In response, Nintendo has appointed a law firm to deal with the case, which includes a change in Nintendo's bricking policies and even appointing a representative in Brazil. Nintendo now has 20 days to respond to Procon SP's request. It's currently unclear if Nintendo will change its policies. Listen, unless Brazil as a country goes and puts a law on the books stating that you own your things the way the EU has, the way the United States needs to, the way Japan needs to, the way every country needs to have rules. If you buy something and it's in your hand and in your possession, in your home, it's fucking yours to do with what you want. As long as you're not breaking any other major laws in that process, right? Like can't buy a pizza peel and chop somebody to bits with it kind of thing. That's not permissible because that's already a violation of a major law. But to just get mad at somebody because they downloaded something that's not an approved download by your company is insanity. Insanity. It's as insane as retroactively changing a patent. But yeah, there you have it. Nintendo getting sued by Brazil. I did not know that basically all of Brazil, like as an entity, is suing Nintendo. They might have to back down on this one if they want to continue selling stuff in Brazil because there's a lot of people in Brazil. It's a big country and they have a no extradition policy. So a lot of people just go to Brazil. A lot of criminals will go to Brazil, but a lot of people just go there because it's a lot of beautiful countryside. The Amazon rainforest is there, so you got like some crazy shit to see if you want, and no extradition. And they have access to first world amenities. So like, they might have to acquiesce to this one. Nintendo might have to give in, but they really need to like just get rid of this stupid, insane policy because ultimately what's going to happen is the cards will fall in the favor of the consumer and everything's going to start having a law passed about the way the EU does. It's just an inevitability if consumers keep screwing over their company or if companies keep screwing over the consumer. I screwed that up. But I screwed that up. But yeah, this is just I don't know. This policy has always been an issue and I think it's just what really sealed the deal for Nintendo being the new big bad company because that's what they've become. Jacking the prices of their games, like this lawsuits, fucking deleting games from people's like consoles, which they've done in the past, making games unavailable that people have purchased and own. It's insane what Nintendo has like fast tracked themselves to the bad guy spot. But yeah, I'm getting kind of rambly, so that's all I have for this article. This is your host Belmont signing out.